Hey community, how are you guys doing? And all of our followers on Facebook, our supporters. We hope you guys are having a great weekend. We're doing our what usually is our Friday's fireside chat. We're doing it on Saturday because we realize that this is a more convenient time for all of you. As far as our stats go on our page. So I'm really glad that all of you can be with us tonight.
Hope everybody's having a good weekend.
Hi, Rachel and Janet and Lisa and Kyle and Shelly. Hey, and Manuel. It's really, really wonderful to have you guys here. Thank you for saying hello. These discussions are usually what our aim is to like come together and talk about things that are difficult, our goals and whatnot. And so a big topic of discussion, I think, among our leaders here in this community has been how we are addressing clients' needs on the group page. And in the group. So what I think is happening, I guess, is that there's a lot of people who are wanting to share the transformation that they're making, right? And wanting to show everyone just how beautiful they're making the home once again. And there's a lot of people including myself, that need that occasionally, or maybe haven't had the opportunity to clean their home really well. Maybe they've been working and have kids and things are insane, or sometimes it's that they're elderly, sometimes it's that they're handicapped, sometimes it's that they're depressed, and it's like comparing apples and oranges. You can't really differentiate who has more of a capability of keeping their home clean than another person. So we wanted to hit on this, what has become sometimes a tough discussion with all of you and with everyone around the world, honestly, because it's easy to judge people, right? I mean, there's a lot of judgment that flies around. And as house cleaners, that's something that I think is super vital to what we do, is having that compassionate outlook and having that positive experience of going into the homes of people that might even have like a really tough time keeping their house clean. Sometimes the toughest cleanings bring the greatest reward. I know it's that way for me. I love, love, love going into a home that really needs work.
It's our favorite.
And making that transformation happen. It's such success. It's such an opportunity to like show even your community. For those of you that have business pages, showing off the before and after pictures if the client is willing to allow you to do that. I know some clients don't, and we do suggest, although we cannot screen people doing that. Out of respect, we ask that everyone ask the client before posting any pictures of before and afters, because it's really, it can be a very personal and sometimes hurtful thing if they aren't aware that you're doing that. So if they were to find out somehow, I think at this point we have enough people in the group where it is possible that it could get back to your client. So definitely ask before you take pictures and post them even in our group, because we aren't just a place to vent. Actually, we're really venting, there's a lot of relative ideas about what venting is. And I think part of what our group is for is to help everyone understand what the healthy way of venting is, which is, wow, guys, look at what I've done, or this was my struggle today, and I'm so glad I got past it, or maybe I didn't. Is there anyone that can help me do it? Instead of, conversations that start with, oh no, this is so gross, using words like that. Even, hey, they're not cuss words or anything, but they are certainly demeaning of individuals that you're servicing, and that you are bringing joy to their home. The last thing that I know any of you want to do is to cause shame in that experience. So as house cleaners, we are transforming lives. And that is, we can't say, hey, respect me, respect what I do, if we're going out and we're making fun of clients that we are, sharing this valuable profession with, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, so that's...
I'm just going to let you keep talking. I like it.
Kevin's just here for moral support. So, I'm sure he's got a lot of thoughts, but this is a passion of mine. And I think Kevin recognizes that from the beginning. I love, love, love to serve people. I'm sure not a lot of you probably know, I was in school to be an RN. I had actually graduated with a degree in science, and I had been accepted into a prestigious local college for nursing that only allowed like 11 students per class because they were very particular about who was allowed in. And then they were very detailed and very good at the training that they did. So when I started handmade cleaning, I was still, coming towards the end of my schooling. And I had decided somewhere along that line, after I had started working as a maid, that this is what I've been wanting to do. This is like, I'm not going to be controlled by the hospital or like doctors telling me what to do and how to serve people. I'm also not going to be told that I have to work weekends or I have to work this day or that day. I can make my own schedule. And so once I was in that position of, generating a wonderful service for people on my own and being able to give myself that schedule, I decided that nursing wasn't what I wanted to do. Even though I only had a year and a half left, I could have done it. At the end of the day, honestly, this is probably a lot more lucrative than that would have been anyway. And I'm getting to do what I love to do, which is to serve people and be there in their vulnerabilities. So remember that your clients are making themselves vulnerable when they are allowing you even into their home for that first estimate. And sometimes even that first phone call is really hard to make. I know for me, it's even hard to have our technicians in our home sometimes. So just to give that perspective, we really want to promote the beauty of what it is that we do for all of our clients and all of the population of our country and throughout society. Venting about the struggles that we have in a healthy manner, and encouraging people to respect what we do, which we can't do if we are putting our clients down. So, okay. Yeah. What's the other topic of tough discussions? Employee versus, oh, wait. We're going to look at these questions really quick, or things that people are saying. Let's see. Jennifer or Jeanette Hamilton. I've been following you guys. I'm retired. Y'all really have a great start, a reputation. I'm very, very happy for y'all. God bless. the both of you and your business. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Janet. So Bill Oplinger, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You're saying it's the professional and ethical thing to do. Ask permission before taking pictures. Yes, absolutely. Yes. It is also an ethical thing. Absolutely an ethical thing. And you definitely don't want to risk any lawsuits if that's what it comes down for you. Hopefully that's not what it comes down to for you. Hopefully you're hearing our message and something's clicking inside, like, wow, I never thought of that before. Showing that respect is super, super important and the most genuine thing to do, especially since there are people in our group that aren't professional cleaners. They're just homeowners. They're stay-at-home moms. They're, elderly couples that struggle with their own home situation. As much as I do, maybe. So let's see. Kyla Carmen Mitchell, just had my first client not pay after a 17-hour clean. Thank you for bringing, this is a tough discussion too, specifically with the world, with society. Definitely. It really sucks, especially after working so hard to please her.
Yeah, we've had those problems before. And what we did is we switched over to a model on first-time cleans and one-off cleanings that we require the entire payment be made in full prior to our crews arriving on the job site. So, and that can be done by cash on site or a check or a check mailed to our office, or most of the time now we do everything by credit card payments.
Yeah.
So, and that's really helped out a lot, especially on those right around the springtime. We start getting we have 3 colleges in our town, so we get a lot of move outs. So we have some folks that just kind of disappear and we don't even know where they're going. And we do a move out cleaning and then we're not able to track down that money. And so
that has happened before. Yes.
Yeah. So we kind of learned our lesson the hard way.
Yes.
That might work out for you.
Yes. And that kind of, again, it comes down to the culture of our society at this point. And that's part of what we're, promoting this for. It's a big part of it, actually, is this service is respectable. No one is required to come into anyone's home and clean their home. I'm sorry. It's like, I'm not married to you. I'm not your aunt or whatever. I'm coming into your home and I'm professionally cleaning. This is something that I am good at. This is something that I have been trained in doing, or I have got a lot of experience and research behind what I'm doing. And I certainly am not going to come into your home and clean it and then you nitpick and refuse to pay. And so another way that you can kind of safeguard yourself that we learned in the beginning pretty quickly is having a contract with the client. And there's this, several parts to that. And I want to get to another one that kind of builds off of this. But when a client has agreed to, let's say, have you clean a certain, rooms in the house, and you have stated, if you don't stick to the price that I'm giving you right now, which let's say it's $1,400 for the whole house to be cleaned really well to the standards that we know that we are capable of doing, and have our team there, 5-6 people all day long. Or 4 people, I guess that's what it would be for $1,400 for us. And then, so they want something on a lower tier pay, like a budget that's lower. We have them sign a contract that basically acknowledges the fact that they aren't going to get the same amount of cleaning. We will focus on certain areas and whatnot, but we won't be able to do everything that we can do because we literally cannot do that. We would have to be there for, sending 2 people over for, 4 hours or whatever is just not enough to get their home completely clean. And that's something that they need to sign recognizing and that this is the price agreed and that they have to pay it. So so that can also help safeguard
That
against
helped
that.
us out a lot.
It does. But I know not too long ago, we just actually, I don't know, like a few years ago, we had technicians leave and take our clients. And those people
That was fun.
Yeah. So that's never fun. It's very discouraging. But I saw a post just the other day about this, and it was actually a technician that I guess was picking up clients in this certain business owner's neighborhood or something. And this technician had been trained by this business owner, was possibly using supplies from the company that she was working for. I don't remember seeing that necessarily, but I know that's happened to us too. So know that we really get that. And that is not okay. And that's not how you start your service plan. If you're looking to start a maid service and you're working for someone else, do not take their clients. And certainly start it somewhere other than the person you're working for, their neighborhood or their like local vicinity. We have our technicians now sign a contract that they cannot, obtain like a maid service in our area to work as competition, because otherwise we're just basically promoting or giving people the means to go about networking and like, hey, this client can refer me, and then I've been trained by Handmade, and we know that that happens in our area. We've been trained by Kevin and Grace, so we know all the best cleaning methods and everything. We worked for them for a year or whatever, and then utilizing that to become our competition. If there was some way that there could be some sort of network means of giving us some sort of what do you call it, like some sort of funds to support what we're doing and training everyone in Walla Walla how to clean, and then going out and servicing the homes, that would be a little bit more sustainable. But otherwise, Kevin and I can't go around training everybody for a year and then let them go be our competition and start their own maid service. That's just not sustainable in a small town like we have. So yeah, as far as being ethical in the way that you start your company, that's super important. Understanding that being the competition for the people that have invested in you, becoming that, it's just not an ethical or gracious or loving or trustworthy. It reflects badly on character. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that are willing to go that route. And so we just really discourage that. Another thing is, as far as the payment, I know like there was a client at one point that refused to pay us, and she was hiring the person who had just cleaned her house that she was refusing to pay us for. So that was interesting for sure. And so now we have it's set in place to where part of our contract says you are welcome to hire our technician for your home, but you have to pay us $2,500.
I can't remember exactly what the number is or whatnot.
Some fee. So yes, you are welcome to hire our well-trained, good technicians for your home and cut the contract, but you have to pay us a pretty good fee to do that. And then we will, get rid of the contract. We'll be done with the contract with us, and you can hire our technician. Yeah, otherwise, don't do that. If you're a homeowner here in this group, know that the services that maid services provide are really an extraordinary like opportunity for you to find screened, trained, motivated people that us business owners have selected and gone through a whole process with. And that's super, important to finding someone that is going to do good work in your home. And so it's not fair to sit there and just hire out from under an employer, their employee in that instance. So I know we have some more comments. Let's see. Do you have?
Oh, Wayne and Gus says we need some not just.
Hi, Wayne and
Gus.
We love you guys. Yes, get some not just a cleaning lady shirts. As you can see, Kevin is very brave and he wears them too. And the point of these shirts is like saying, we're not just cleaning ladies. He cleans homes too. And he's not just a cleaning lady either, obviously. He's not a lady in the first place. So yeah, I think we talked about that one time on one of our Not Just Cleaning Lady podcasts, right?
We did.
Yeah. Kevin's like, yeah, I'm not a lady. So you're talking to me about your cleaning lady that I think even the client may have said, I just had a cleaning lady here cleaning or something. And Kevin was thinking, well, I know I'm the business owner, but I clean homes too every once in a while now at this point. And I did clean homes on a regular basis before, and I've never just been a cleaning lady. So it's kind of a fun conversation starter, especially if you're a guy. So if you're a guy that owns a maid service, this is going to really like getting these shirts. Not only like all the proceeds go back into this movement, first off, but it also unites your teams. It unites all of us everywhere we are around the country and the world, and really puts a spotlight on the fact that we aren't just cleaning ladies. There is no just about it. It is a profession that is absolutely 100% needed. So, and if you're a guy, that conversation can be something that is more easily, I think, comes about because it's funny.
Yeah, the conversations that we get, especially the ones that I get at the store or whatnot, when people are kind of like turning their head to read my shirt or whatnot, are pretty cool. So, but it does generate a lot of talk and whatnot, and we're able to kind of talk about our mission and our movement and everywhere we go. And so we're getting people to think about that, and that's helping out everybody, no matter where you are on the map.
Right, and this isn't. And when Kevin says our mission, he's not just talking about Kevin and I and Cheryl and Stephen and the rest of our moderators. That's not the point. The point is it's your mission too, right? This is our mission. When we say our on any post, know that when I say our, I'm talking about all of us together, because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take every single one of us to really bring about a greater awareness for the profession that we do, and not seeing it as something that the client deserves, or that they're doing you some kind of favor and what you're doing and hiring you. You're not their employee ever. You're not the client's employee. They don't have you in their home 40 hours a week and paying your L&I and paying your health insurance and all of that. They also wouldn't have been able to find you if it wasn't for the fact that you're already in this industry or you're advertising. So that's another point. So yeah.
Let's talk about the community name. So our leadership team is considering changing the name of our group, our Facebook group. From right now, we are the Handmade Cleaning Community. And as y'all know, Grace and I are the owners of Handmade Cleaning here in Walla Walla. And when we started this community, it was very small. And so naturally, we just called our group the Handmade Cleaning Group because
that's our business name. Yeah, so, we're proud of it.
But now that we're almost working up towards 17,000 of us all around the world, we just think it's appropriate that we change the name to reflect our community and to make it kind of a personal, uniting thing for all of us.
Right.
And so we want to know what y'all's thoughts are on a community name. And so, and we might just use it.
We might.
It's super gnarly.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments or whatnot what y'all's thoughts are on
right here on this live.
Names.
Like, give us ideas. Even if it's tomorrow, the next day, or the next day, we'll kind of look out for it. Okay. And think about our mission. For those of you that have that at heart at this point, I think having a name that like really speaks to what we're doing. And then also something that's like inclusive of all of us and what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So that unites us. That is going to be vital to making a difference, to continue making a difference. I know that this is already making a huge difference in all of our lives, just coming together like this and sharing with each other and being there for each other. And showing clients that we care about them and that we love what we're doing and that we see the value in what we're doing. So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if there's any questions here before we. I don't know if y'all can hear the commotion that's going on upstairs or not, but the kids are calling.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The 2-year-olds are supposed to be in bed, but I think I might hear pitter pat.
Bill says, "Do your employees sign a non-compete form?" Yes, Bill. We do. We have a. We did that right away, and then that kind of fell through, and so we had to seek an attorney. And after an employee had taken thousands of dollars worth of yearly revenue from us, and our lawyer ended up drafting a kind of adding on to the non-compete. And so what we do now is that upon beginning services, we have our clients sign a contract also that says that our technicians are our employees, and that for a period of 12 months after termination, that they're not able to hire our staff to do any cleaning or consulting or for any personal home service matters at all for 12 months after termination. And so by entering into contracts this way, our clients sign this, and they understand that that's not.
They'll be faced with some hefty fines if they do. Yeah.
Let's see.
And really, it sucks that in this world we have to sign contracts. It'd be great if we could shake a hand and people kept their word, but it's what's necessary. So.
Shelly's got a question. She says, scheduling is always an issue.
Jeez.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Do you suggest hiring multiple people with less time or relying on 1 or 2 people showing up?
I suggest, my gut reaction to that is hire more people. Would you say?
Yeah, we're always hiring just because, not everybody's cut out for this kind of work, and not everybody's cut out for our cleaning service, our business. And so we're always accepting applications and interviewing and whatnot, so that we don't want to miss that one. We don't want to miss every once in a while a really good solid employee comes around, and then that's when we really invest in that person and build them up.
Yeah. And I think sometimes it can, if you are really depending on people there are going to be those people that are very dependable and really care about what you're doing and really care about your own business's mission and your own business's interest. But those people are hard to find. And I would just by experience, at least in our area, it's often the case that it's good to recognize the fact that they have their own lives, number one, and they may or may not have your business's best interest in mind, and in fact could hold it over your head. If you're struggling to, make the schedule work with 1 or 2 people, it's better to kind of, have just that backup and those other people that maybe even want to work part-time. I know that we do have quite a few technicians, and throughout the history of Handmade have had part-time people. And it's like, hey, can you work this day? We had a big cleaning come up, and just having that backup of part-time people and knowing that that you will be able to get it done and not being limited to whatever limitations can be caused through not having a bigger team. So yeah, that's our thought on that. Thank you for that question. That's going to help a lot of people, I'm sure. So
Jenna says, where are y'all located? Janet, we are in Walla Walla, Washington. It's a little town in Eastern Washington. It's at the southeastern tip.
Mm-hmm.
So we're about 10 or 12 miles north of Oregon. And then I don't know how many miles away from Idaho, about 30 minutes or so.
Right.
East is Idaho. So small little community, about 30,000 people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when when I was first getting to know Kevin, it was over the phone. We met on a dating site. And he was saying that I thought he was from Washington, not Pittsburgh, but Pennsylvania. So near Pittsburgh. And he was from Walla Walla, Washington. And I thought he was joking. Like, I seriously had never heard of Walla Walla before. I had forgotten that it was on the Oregon Trail. Or maybe I just never gotten there on the Oregon Trail.
Or maybe you saw the Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny commercials or whatnot with that guy with the briefcase.
Yeah, and I just thought it was made up. Yeah, by the Looney Tunes. I mean, it's Looney. So, no, Walla Walla does exist, and it is in Washington, near Idaho and Oregon. Yeah, small town. So,
all right, y'all. Well, let's see. Make sure there's Montana. What's Montana? Okay, Shelly's from Montana. Cool.
Oh, cool. Sweet. Montana's beautiful. Isn't Yellowstone out there? I want to go see Yellowstone.
I think Yellowstone's in like more than
Wyoming, Montana.
We don't get out enough.
We will soon.
As soon as the kids grow up a little bit.
Right. That'll be never.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. And on Monday, we're going to talk about a new program that we just recently rolled out in our community. Mm-hmm. And it's a mentorship program. And so community members can sign up to become a mentor or a mentee. And so if you are a solo cleaner or just starting out, or maybe you have been following the community and you're like, man, I really think that this is something that I would enjoy. And you've kind of looked at the economy and seen that professional house cleaning is kind of skyrocketing right now, and over the next few years is going to become much more in demand. And so you're thinking, I want to get in on this and start my own cleaning service. Becoming a mentee would be awesome because we have thousands of house cleaners in this community. And we're all at various stages of the community. We have community members that have owned cleaning services 3 times as long as we have. And
sometimes 30 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And so we're all at different places of our journey. And so we could all benefit from being a mentee. And then also those of us that have knowledge and whatnot to share with others. It's a super awesome thing to do, to take on a mentee. Facebook has a platform where they just kind of guide us through it. It's a one-on-one private experience, and so mentees and mentors are matched up together, and it's really neat. And so on Monday we're going to talk a little bit more about it and kind of describe the process. I think we already have 16 mentors in the community already in about 2 weeks, and so we're really excited to see
Thank
that.
you so much, guys, for signing up and putting yourself out there to do this for other people.
For sure.
So awesome. Yeah.
Love it. So have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you Monday.
Yeah, see you on Monday. Have a great Sunday tomorrow and great night tonight. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, guys.